Brendan Rodgers has confirmed that Kieran Tierney has re-signed with Celtic. Welcome back to Fog Football. But it looks like the summer, so it's a question of when, not if. Kieran Tierney will return to Celtic Football Club. Will it be in sunny June or will it be in cold January? That is yet to be revealed. But what we're going to do, we've already discussed this. I mean, this is a great move for Celtic. Let's go through Kieran Tierney's career at Arsenal, shall we? And then we'll get into what a few pundits have had to say on the move. So, of course, joining Arsenal in the 1920 season, Kieran Tierney, 129 games he played for Arsenal Football Club. 5 goals. I mean, the most notable goal, I think most of us remember that the one against West Brom in the snow. Probably one of the more memorable goals for Kieran Tierney in Arsenal. Of course, though, he did spend a season on loan at Real Sociedad where he played 26 matches. So, here, a lot of games at Arsenal. Decent season at Real Sociedad, but obviously plagued with injuries. Now, in terms of his actual honours that he won with Arsenal, he won an FA Cup in his first season. He won the Community Shield twice in 2020 and in 2023. It's a weird one because, I mean, was Tierney's time at Arsenal a flop? I'm actually going to say no, right? Because if you look at Arsenal right now and you just look at his trophy count, you might think so, but Arsenal, the last trophy Arsenal won was what? That 1920 FA Cup? Serious trophy. I mean, we can count Community Shields if we want, but I won't. And back, see when Kieran Tierney joined Arsenal, they weren't a top 4 side anymore. They were top 8. Arsenal are now easily top 3. They're above City right now, and they're not far off Liverpool. Hell, Kieran Tierney, if he doesn't sign in the remainder of this window, who knows what the rest of the season holds for Arsenal? They could win the league. They could win the Champions League. There's half a chance of winning the League Cup, I guess, if they come back for 2-0 down against Newcastle, but I don't think that's going to happen. But they are obviously at the FA Cup, so it's not completely impossible for Kieran Tierney to win one more trophy at Arsenal in the remaining months here, but it is going to be a bit difficult at the same time. So for me, I don't think it was a flop, man. To be honest, I mean, yeah, you could. Arsenal as a whole flopped the last 2 years. They could have easily won a Premier League. Obviously, though, Kieran Tierney wasn't at Arsenal last year. He was at Real Sociedad on loan. So I wouldn't label it as a flop, to be brutally honest. I wouldn't. But what I would say, when he went to Arsenal, I expected Tierney to move from Arsenal to bigger things. I thought Tierney could have used the Arsenal move to get a move to Barca, Bayern, that sort of level. Obviously, though, injuries have held him back, and maybe some people would say abilities held him back when it comes to getting a move to Real Madrid and those sort of teams, right? Who knows? But we'll see how the rest of the season holds for him. But anyway, let's talk about John Hartson, because John Hartson spoke about it and he said he's heading home at Kieran Tierney. Also, Chris Sutton said, great news to hear Kieran Tierney will return to Celtic. Jota may need a bit of time and patience on his return, but at 25 should have his best years ahead of him. Just a top-class centre-forward required to replace Kyogo. End of quote there for Chris Sutton. So, I mean, yeah, that's what they need up front. Obviously, we brought you the news earlier that they've been linked with that £7 million move for the winger. What's Sandor? Sandor Clegane off of Game of Thrones. The Mountain. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's a winger, obviously not the striker. Chris Garden or whatever. So that's, I mean, if Celtic signed that striker and that winger for 17 million, man. I mean, what is there for me to say as a Rangers fan? That's soul destroying. That's pretty much what it is. Yeah, I've got not much else to say about it, but re-signing Kieran Tierney, it's a masterstroke. Didn't think it would happen. Could it be a flop? No. Why I don't think it'll be a flop is because even if Kieran Tierney spends most of the time injured, Celtic are realistically still going to win the league and trophies with that, and therefore it won't make Kieran Tierney look like a flop, even if he barely features due to injury. But, I mean, Kieran Tierney, he'll be hoping to get back to full fitness and all that good stuff. Does this confirm? I mean, Alex Valley got recalled earlier, we brought you that news. And does this pretty much mean that Greg Taylor's time at Celtic's done? I mean, it could, but see, at the end of the day, where's Greg Taylor going to go? I don't think playing second fiddle to Tierney's that bad, considering Tierney's injury record, which means you'll probably be starting a lot of games anyway. So, anyway, folks, leave your thoughts down below, and peace.